Welcome to the Level Up Lounge, your midweek spot for movies, TV, anime, gaming, and pop culture all collide. We're your hosts. I'm Rainy Days, and this is Bruce McFly, along with our special guest, Skitty. And today, we're going to do a special Friday episode of our top 10 wrestlers. Let's get into it.
Let's go. I think our guest, Mr. Skitty, what is that? I can't see, but that should look like a 80613 at the end of that.
806. All right. Well, I mean, like I told y'all before, my wrestling is, the Attitude Era, a little bit of the what is it, Extreme, or what was the era after that Attitude?
You got Ruthless Aggression.
Ruthless Aggression, a little bit of that.
Mm.
But mainly my stuff is from Attitude. Stone Cold, you know what I mean?
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
From,
hold on, hold on, hold on,
Wait,
hold
wait,
on.
wait. Is he your number 10?
Is Stone Cold your number 10?
oh,
They
it's not really a
we
particular.
doing an order. It was a specific order. Your top 10 in specific order, but we counting from 10 to 1. So who would you
One.
consider the
Okay.
number 10 on that list?
Okay. All right. On that list, then I'm going to have to start controversial.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to start
Uh-oh.
because he's last on this list because of what he did. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I don't justify what he did, and I think y'all know where I'm going at. The Wolverine himself,
Chris
Chris Benoit.
Benoit. I got you.
Benoit.
Yeah.
The reason, and see, she even linked. She was like, ugh, ugh.
Benoit
Again,
intensifies.
I'm never gonna be, the dude to be like, oh, whatever. You know what I mean? Nah, what he did was fucked up. It was wrong. You know what I'm saying? He even offed himself for it. But if you scratch all that, if you
hmm
separate that from Chris Benoit, the Rabbit Wolverine, the wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
man's was a problem. That crossface crippler was a problem.
Right.
That triple German suplex was a problem.
Yes.
Like there was a time and point where he was loved. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can be for. I'm not saying to forgive him. You know what I mean? He already got his penance with God and the devil, whatever he's doing in the afterlife. But as a wrestler, nobody. I don't care what anybody says. It'd be a lie if you said you never appreciated Chris Benoit.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, he would be my number 10.
Okay.
Number 9.
No. It's no,
Wait, wait,
yo. It's Ebony. We going in a circle. D-
Okay.
So
So you'll have
10.
to
yeah,
break it
that's
down.
what I was
Okay,
trying to explain
got
at the
you, got you.
beginning. We
That.
good. We
Okay,
good. Okay.
got you.
My number 10, this is hard for me. And I think, yeah, it was hard for me. So I'm just going to go and say it. Only because of recent events, because this person wouldn't have made my top 10 list, but I got to give credit where credit is due. My number 10 is John Cena. I think
John
that,
Cena.
I think that this era of him really makes us appreciate the type of wrestler he was.
Mm,
He was a dynamic. He was a legend. He's a legend.
mm,
He did change wrestling when he from younger to older. He brought things to from the Thugonomics, the type of wrestler. He found his niche eventually, and he became a household name
mm-hmm.
across the world. So I think we have to give it to him. He beat the all-time record hold by Ric Flair, and now we've seen probably one of the greatest moves of his career, him turning heel, and we can
Mm-hmm.
appreciate, even though he is this bad character, he is still loved by hundreds of thousands of fans. And I gotta get up to John
Millions,
Cena. Stop putting him at number
millions,
10. Millions,
yeah,
millions of fans.
millions.
Yes, because outside of WWE, his
Mm,
universe
mm,
has grown.
mm,
But so I
mm.
gotta get up to him. I gotta at least give him the top 10. So
You
yeah.
can dig it.
Okay. My number 10 might be controversial. I don't know. Some people don't have this
Okay.
person anywhere on their list. But to me, it was the first wrestler in my many years on this planet that I fell in love with. It was, and this will be the only wrestler of this type on my list. And
Okay.
my number 10 is the Ultimate Warrior. This
I knew
dude,
that.
I absolutely love this guy. Everything you talk about aura, he might couldn't wrestle a lick, but his aura, the confusion riddled promos, The gods have put me here to look at Hulk Hogan. All of that. The running to the ring, he out of breath and whatever by the time the match start. When he beat the most hated wrestler to me during that time, Hulk Hogan, I hated that dude. I hated Hulk Hogan. Don't ask me why. I just didn't like him. He was the ultimate good guy. I didn't like him. I like the NWO Hulk Hogan. I like NWO Hulk Hogan. But anyway, my number 10 is the Ultimate Warrior. Rest in peace, Warrior. I'm still here with you, baby. Whoa! Sorry, go ahead. My number 10.
Alrighty. Number 9. Skitty.
Number 9. Another. Well, I don't really think it's controversial, but during the time, I'm not too. I think he got into something, but I don't think it was something crazy. I'm gonna just say it. Dean Malenko, Man of 1,000 Hopes. You know what I'm saying? That he was ruthless. He was ruthless. There was a time I remember when he didn't even say nothing to nobody. His promos were short, cut to the point, get in that ring, cold as ice, and I loved him for it. So yeah, my number 9, Dean Malenko.
My man.
Okay.
I fuck with. That's a deep dive. I love that.
My number 9 is the wrestler that made me originally love wrestling. When he came out, I love when he hit the scene, and he had a bat, and he brought it out, and he swung it. I gotta give up to my man Sting. I had to put him on the list somewhere because I was a big Sting fan when I was younger. I love that bat and that pace. And he battled with a couple of other people. He actually battled with Batista, who isn't sadly on my list, but he would be number 11 if I had top 11. But I had to give the Sting because he was like my eye catcher. Like once I saw him, I knew wrestling was meant for me. So
I remember Sting when he was like, he had the Warrior paint on.
Yeah,
really? I thought he was like. I remember he was a young bull when I was a young bull, thinking he was like Ultimate Warrior's good brother. You know what I'm saying? His cousin or something. Now finding out they're not even related.
They was a tag team once. They was a tag team once.
Yeah.
Because back then Ultimate Warrior was named the Dingo Warrior, and Sting was who he was, and they was called like the Road Warrior or something. Not the Road Warriors. They was called the Blade Runners. They was called the Blade Runners. My number 9. It was hard for me to put this guy here because he was higher up in this list at one time of my life, but he's still on the list. And I think to me, that's an honored position. At number 9, it's Eddie Guerrero. My man, Latino Heat. I mean, when he
LWO.
I'm going back. Yeah, LWO, the original WCW version. Yeah, I mean, that was this. I mean, obviously, he ain't in this one now, but that one,
right.
Man, it was just like, I love wrestlers with movesets. Like, real deep move sets. Like they can do any style and make it look good. Eddie Guerrero was a technical wrestler, a high flyer. He could be a brawler, a cheater, whatever. And then he had the aura, the character that is everlasting. I mean, it's tragic how he left us, but you still see his imprint on wrestlers today, lucha libre or otherwise. I mean, everybody does either that or the frog splash in honor of him. Eddie Guerrero.
All right.
It's funny that you said that because my number 8. Now, to me, there's 2 different versions of this guy. And I tell people, WWE Rey Mysterio don't got shit on WCW Rey Mysterio. Period. And that's why Dean Malenko was my number 9, because my favorite match, one of my favorite like top 10 matches of all time, was Dean Malenko versus Rey Mysterio Jr. WCW. I never forgot that match. That match was craziness. The counters, the counter holds, the counter flips. That fight, I'm sitting over there with my microwave at popcorn like high as hell. Oh, you see that shit? But yeah, Rey Mysterio, WCW. He was. You wasn't expecting the same thing. That's why I kind of I like Rey Mysterio now, but again, WCW Rey Mysterio.
Yes.
You never knew what was coming. You know what I mean? You never knew what was coming. What's the move now? The 316, the 315,
319.
Yeah, like come on, like he didn't do
Oh,
that.
619, 619. My bad, 619. Yeah. My... Look,
Like,
Ebony, you just screwed up so much stuff today. I'm sorry, Skitty. You just screwed up so much stuff today. All right, go ahead, back, Skitty. I'm sorry.
But no, like he again, like old Rey Mysterio, you never knew what was coming. Like if wrestling was scripted, I mean, but if if it was, or if it is,
it is.
Oh, it is. But that match, you wouldn't have known. You know what I'm saying? The way they was pulling off moves, you wouldn't have known.
Nope.
You wouldn't have thought that was choreographed. What?
I thought you were going to say Rey Mysterio versus Eddie, because that was a fire one too. Rey Mysterio.
That was a fire match. But that Dean Malenko and Rey fight, like there was counter after counter after. It was like King versus Armor King. You know what I'm saying? Like
Tekken.
He said, Tekken. So you know what I'm saying? But that's what I felt, man. Like Dean Malenko wasn't even a luchador. He probably could have passed for one in that match. You know what I'm saying? So it was just that's definitely my number 8. Old Rey.
Rain, what you got for us?
My number 8 is this person would have been higher on my list, but there are some people that just gotta come first. But I am going to, to a legend, no matter whether he was rising from the dirt of the ashes or on the motorcycle, he brought the fire to the room. So I gotta give my number 8 to the legend, The Undertaker. It's something about when he enters the room. You just know it's The Undertaker. So, he was a big part of my wrestling life when I was younger. Especially when he became the American Badass, is probably my favorite Undertaker. But, you can't get the classic with the rising from the grave or in the middle of the ring or wherever he wanted to rise from, he was rising. So I gave it to the Undertaker for number 8.
Yeah, that was fire. But I just hear y'all list, and I know this shit about to get mad controversial the closer we get to one, because it's going to be some shit. Whoo! But anyway,
my number. He's my 4.
Okay. All right. My number 8. This is going to be controversial again upon itself. My number 8. I really don't have to go into this guy, because as soon as I say his name, y'all going to be like, oh yeah, him. But damn it, there. This is my number 8. It was the greatest of all time until John Cena did what he did, but it's Ric Flair. That's my number 8. I don't need to say much more about Rick, but other than the style, I still want to dress like that man today and get off a jet. So that's it. I can just move on with that. Okay. Y'all got it. Y'all know Rick.
All right, number 7.
My number 7. Now, when he first came out, I'm not going front. He was a breath of fresh air. Edge. He popped out of everywhere. You ain't know where. You think you know me.
You think you know me.
You heard that? Come on. You was like,
understand. I see clearly.
Where's he coming from the back? You know what I'm saying? Like that was
Taboo Tuesday.
What?
Taboo Tuesday.
I mean, I'm not going front. He kind of
yeah,
lost
Ebony,
me when he went vampire. You know.
Hold on. Pause right there. When they were vampires, still my favorite theme of all wrestling, any era of wrestling, came from their leader, and it was Gangrel. That was
The Gangrel.
Yeah.
I saw Gangrel and Luna at a Renaissance fair.
For
I was
real.
starstruck because I was like, and they were looking all happy. Like, you know, when you're young, you're like,
They angry.
why
He
is
got
y'all
real
wearing a
vampire
daytime?
teeth.
You know?
He got real vampire teeth. He was like, yeah.
And you see him, and he's dressing. He had this turquoise muscle T-shirt on, and she, you know, she had on some bright lime green something, and I was like, oh. But they look happy, you know. They look like regular people.
Yeah, I mean they are regular people.
It was like what? But yeah, Edge definitely. He was that bug. He was that bug.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. My number 7, I had to put him on the list. I mean, although growing up I wasn't a big fan of him, but I can appreciate now his impact to wrestling, especially in the 2000s. So I have to give it to the Y2J man himself, Chris Jericho. I gotta give it to Chris Jericho. You know, he is a great wrestler, both on the screen and off the screen. He has also developed a lot of good wrestlers. I think that, you know, during his prime, you know, we definitely got that badass Chris Jericho that we all love and grown to know. So, you know, the Walls of Jericho is still one of the best finishers in history. So you gotta give it to him. Chris Jericho was my number 7. I had to give it to him.
A Lion Tamer, that was my 2.
Yes, sir.
Off the rope. Chris Jericho, that's another one. I'm gonna piggyback off of that one. That's another one who was a problem on WCW. He was the luchador killer. You know what I'm saying? Took Matt.
He be in there having like, yeah.
For real. He took Ray's mask.
3, 2, 1, yeah.
He took Hubatude's mask. He was taking masks.
That's he took them. He collected them.
I remember when they had that lumberjack match with all the luchadors on the outside. I forgot who he was fighting in the ring, but they was all pissed at Chris. They was like, you ain't taking a another mask.
What number are we on?
7.
This is 7. So you're 7.
All right. My number 7, 2009 Randy Orton. Randy Kenneth Orton. You know, Ebony, how much Ebony, whatever, how much I loved Randy at the time. You know, I loved me some Randy Orton, bro. I mean, that was my guy. It's just, that's what it is when watching him evolve from the cocky, conceited, coming down there before he joined Evolution. Like, you didn't think he was really going to get over. He got hurt a lot, came back skinny. Triple H pulled him into Evolution. I mean, he blew up. Him and Batista blew up. He broke away from Evolution, became his own man, then started the Legend Killer, which made him a Hall of Famer. The Legend Killer act that led into 2009 Randy Orton, that's his Hall of Fame. That's why he's second. Well, I think he's going to break John Cena's record at the end of the day because he's at 14, Cena at 17. So he got Cena's done after this year. Randy getting that belt at least. I say at least 2 more times.
2 more times.
But
at least, yeah.
Randy K. Orton, one of the greatest finishing moves ever. The basics are always the best that can be pulled out of anywhere. The greatest looks. He went from super skinny to who he is now, roided rage. I don't know. He's just a bionic human now. I mean, and Randy loves Black Ratchet rap. The female version. He loves the female Black Ratchet rappers.
Some
big
sexy
fan of
red.
Cardi B, Gorilla, Sexy Red, big fan. That's how you work out.
Yeah. So that's my guy at number 7.
It's funny that you said, you know, fan of ratchetness, because my number 6, HBK. Heartbreak motherfucking kid. Heartbreak. And I'm gonna tell this is another one.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the drugs. Forget the cockeyed.
Yep.
Back in the day, Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, the Rockers, you know what I'm saying? They had you hyped. And that betrayal ran deep. Betrayal ran deep when Shawn Michaels turned on Marty Jannetty.
One of the greatest moments ever.
That cut me hard. The end of the Rockers. But nah, but
That's
HBK, you know, he was a pivotal moment in wrestling, man. He was the pretty boy, the pretty rocker. You know what I'm saying? All the girls loved him. Most men wanted to be him. You know what I mean? Like that sweet chin music that changed the game. Because you know, if you wouldn't have had that, that's basically super kick. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have had Palumbo with his Palumbo kick. And you know, and then the other favorite of mine's, Sugar Shane Helms, aka the Hurricane, because that's Sugar
Stand
Smack.
back. There's a hurricane.
But on WCW when he was Sugar Shane Helms, he hit you with that Sugar Smack. You heard that.
I remember you
But
go back with the WCW. That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, HBK, he's one of the ones that changed the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to think about it. It was HBK, Triple H, Razor Ramon, and Diesel. They changed.
And you gotta add X-Pac / 6-Pac. Because he a part of that clique. That's
1, 2, 3 kid. The 1, 2, 3 kid. 1, 2, 3 kid back in the day.
Yep. Beat Razor Ramon. Upset him. Upset Razor Ramon.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that's my number 6.
All right, so my number 6, I had to put this person on it because I think that, you know, it wouldn't be right if I was on the show and I didn't put at least one female wrestler on this list. And this female wrestler is a Hall of Famer, and she is the reason for why we have women's wrestling the way it is today. And I gotta give it up to China. Rest in peace to the great China.
You shocked me.
I gave it to China.
Yeah, you shocked me. I thought you were saying something else. That's probably high up the list.
Gonna say Can't make the
I thought she was either gonna say. I thought she was gonna say Trish for a minute there.
No, if she loved Lita,
Rhea Ripley. I love Lita, but we have the Rhea Ripleys, the Bianca Belairs, the Jade of the world, who made physical women wrestling not just a running gag, but actually a sport entertainment. I think her relationship with Triple H really gave him the insight to be able for him and Stephanie to build this women's wrestling now and not just have it be a sexual part, which was majority of wrestling. So I got to get up to China because she wrestled men. She was in the ring with the great ones, and she never stood down. You know, she died obviously way too early, but, you know, who knows where we would be at if it wasn't for people like China. So I gave her my number 6.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you said the number again because I lost what number we was on again. My number 6. Oh, man, it was hard to put this guy at number 6 because there was a time he was top 4. Like that time was probably 2 months ago. But right now, because my list changed, my top 3 never changes. They are always the same. But my number 6 is Seth freaking Rollins. I don't want to say who he reminds me of because that will give you a person in my top 3. But this was the closest guy to him that I've had in years. And I just love, he got mic skill. He has a deep moveset. I told you, moveset is it's priority to me. Not everyone on my list that you'll see as we get closer to it has a deep moveset, but they got the overall 5-tool set that a wrestler needs. Mic skill, look, moveset. What I say? Mic skill, look, moveset. Well, them things, I'll think of it later. He got a lot of them. I'll give it to y'all. Seth Rollins, he's just what they call him, the architect. I mean, he's in the Shield. When they first introduced the Shield, I knew who was the star. Even though I knew Vince wanted the big guy to be be pushed to the moon in the company. And Dean Ambrose, I think at the time, he reminded me of Vince might have saw, maybe I can get him to be like Stone Cold. That's what, because he was like that. He was the voice box of the group.
That rugged rough. Yeah.
Seth was always the wrestler, the moveset. And you seen when they broke him away from the group and pushed him first, they saw something. He had all the tools of the person that's high up in my list. And I mean, that's just how I feel. I talked too long. Seth is number 6.
All right. Top
Now,
five. Number
top
five.
top five. Now, again, I'm old school,
Mm.
so five right after six. You know what I mean? Triple H, five.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Again, another like I said, one of the game changers.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, we all thought that wrestlers hated each other for the
Yeah.
low key. What is it called?
You talking about kayfabe and working? Yeah, kayfabe.
Yeah. So we all thought that they hated each other. They were the ones that broke that. You know what I mean? Triple H, his evolution to me was unique because he started off as this no-name French dude that you
John
saw like
Paul Levique.
John Paul Levine.
Or
And
terrorizing.
all the
Remember he was
Levine.
terrorizing at first?
He was there for that, yeah.
I was like, the fuck is this fake French dude? And then that's when he came out as Hunter Helmsley, and I was, with the bow and the ruffles, you know what I'm saying?
He's like, ew.
Yeah. And then the Generation X.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? Like
Yes.
that was it for me. You know what I mean? The game, when he became the game, is this thing on?
That was the theme song.
Yeah.
Yo, that was the one. What's that?
I bought that CD.
Yeah.
Volume 3 WWE joint.
Yes.
I bought that joint. Yes.
Yo, he gotta come back on more shows. I like this guy.
That was my stuff. But and now from where he came from to where he's at now, like you can tell that he was a man with a plan, and he executed it nice. Cause now ain't he the owner now? Ain't he top dog?
He's top dog in
He runs shit.
WWE.
Top dog.
Technically, Stephanie's the owner, but he runs shit.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like from that, from the regular wrestler to a great businessman who has taken the WWE and made sure that it has a future, that it still has a torch. You know what I mean? That's why he's part of my top five. He's the beginning of the five for me.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay. So my top five has already been mentioned, but I put him at number 5 on the list because, everything said about him, he is the pinnacle of Latin world order. He is the pinnacle of Latin America wrestlers. He set the page and he made being down, dirty, and for the streets a thing. So I had to give it to Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. I still remember the low rider coming out bouncing. When that was the moment, he had a different low rider every week, and he just brought that certain charisma to the stage, to the ring that you wanted. Every time he was, no matter who he was fighting, he gave you his all, and you couldn't expect any more from a wrestler. So I gave it to Eddie Guerrero for number 5.
Woo! That was fire. That was fire.
I think our top 3 is going to intertwine.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think so.
Not 2. I know.
Not me.
Well, maybe one person might intertwine. One. I think we got one in top 3 that will intertwine, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, bro. Top 5.
Top 5. Oh, number 5. I said something about the Shield before. I already named one of them. And the other one, well, the third one ain't on my list. But if this was only about the big dog, Roman Reigns,
I was about to say, yeah,
he wouldn't be on my list. But the tribal motherfucking chief is. That's my number 5. I don't care who got to say what about it. The last 5 years of WWE, 2020 to 25, the greatest storyline that has ever hit wrestling in any promotion was headed by Paul Heyman and Jonathan Onoy, aka my tribal chief. You feel me?
My tribal chief.
But there you go. That's him.
Okay.
My number 5.
All right. Number 4.
Number four. we was talking about K-Fab, you know what I mean, and the one who's known, who is known for holding it, except for his wife, The Undertaker. That's why I said he was my number 4. You know what I'm saying? He was he didn't do no K-Fab, but he ain't fuck with nobody except his wife. He was nice to his wife.
Well, no, he kept kayfabe. Kayfabe is when you think wrestling is real. He kept that going. He stayed in kayfabe.
Yeah. Except for his wife, because they said that's the only person he ever broke it for.
Right.
He's also another one, evolution of wrestler. I remember when he first came out in the tag team back in the late 80s, early 90s. You know, Natsu didn't have that aura presence, but then when who's the other fat guy? Not Paul Heyman. Paul Bearer.
Oh yeah.
Paul Bearer. And he came out as the Undertaker, Dead Man Walking. It was a time. It was everybody wanted to tombstone everybody, you know.
Everybody
and then I'm not going to front. I definitely was last riding people in the snow. You know, I was angle slamming people in the snow, but I was definitely when we had them big snowstorms. We definitely.
Yes, sir.
I definitely would get people. But yeah, his evolution from Dead Man Walking to the biker rebel with an attitude, and then back to the Dead Man Walking, and still being able to maintain the presence, the leadership of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like everybody, you could tell that everybody looked up to him in a certain degree.
Right.
So that's another reason why Undertaker was on the list.
My man. Okay. Sis?
Well, my number 4 has already been named, but I had to give it to him. And because to me, once he became the Legend Killer, he became the most achievement unlocked wrestler of all time. Right. So I gave it to the RKO himself, Randy Orton. 20 plus years later, it looked like he done went through Cybertron technology.
Exactly.
He might be a Terminator at this point. But
what's that chamber they go in on Dragon Ball where they rest in?
The hyperbolic.
Yes.
Oh no, that's the training zone.
My man came. Oh yeah, right.
Whatever. My bad. I thought they trained in.
They trained in the hyperbolic chamber.
Yeah. It gets stronger, right?
He came. Yeah. Randy Orton came out looking like future Trunks.
Yeah, came out looking like Jern. So I give it to I gave it to the Legend Killer Randy Orton for number 4.
All righty, my number 4 for years went by a different name on the internet. We know him for winning a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. He practiced 3 I's: intensity, integrity, and intelligence. This is my guy. We retired calling him Perk Angle because he said it hurt his feelings, and I respect him. He's always going to be in my top 5, no matter what. And it is Kurt Angle, my man. I ain't saying nothing else because he's top 5. Yep. When you say Angle Slam, I was like, he killing me right now.
I don't think you understood. Like I used to everybody be chilling, we be talking. Again, it's in the snow. I can't do this on regular ground. Right. You know, I'd probably be in jail. But I would catch Tuesday. And then just be like, yeah. Boom! Oh my goodness! I was talking to my cousin about it the other day. I was like, "Remember I angle slammed your ass in the snow? Like, fuck you, man. You know,
or the ankle lock. You gotta remember, he made that popular too. Just grabbing somebody's leg, like
ankle.
I wouldn't say he made that popular.
I
wouldn't say that.
Who made it popular before he blew it up? Because if you say Lance Armstrong, not Lance. What was his name? No, Lance. He had the fade. He was from Canada. I forgot his name, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Ken Shamrock. That was his move.
I know Ken Shamrock, but Angle
that was his
blew it up.
That was his before.
I know.
Angle.
I know. I got you. I
It was
got you.
Ken Shamrock.
I've watched wrestling all the eras, and Ken Shamrock, Shamrock
yeah.
was my man's too. And I get you. But when people do the ankle lock now, they take their straps
They
off,
think it's
do all
hurting
that.
you.
He made it what it is today.
You're right.
Not saying he was first.
You're right.
But he just
You're
made
right.
He made the move.
Yeah.
He made the move.
It's your turn. It's your turn, Skids. I'm holding. I keep hijacking this shit.
Number three.
So, number 3. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? When I first saw these dudes, I was instantly hooked.
Okay.
I
The
was
Hardy Boys.
The Hardys.
hooked. Jeff Hardy and the Swan Top. When I first saw the Swan Tom Bomb,
yes,
I was like, yo, this is my boy from here on out. And then that triple threat match, the Hardys, the
TLC.
The Dudleys and
TLC.
Kristen. Yep, I remember. That's the ladder
one
match
of the greatest
century.
matches of all time.
That started it all.
Yo, you talk about these men put themselves through hell.
They named pay-per-views after that. And the TLC, the what's the name, Money in the Bank is pretty much the TLC match now.
It's basically that. Yeah, basically, yeah.
That was, oh goodness, Jeff Hardy. And again, another one, you know, he went through some stuff, but he realized that he was fucking up and he needed to get out of it. And I mean, he hasn't really been back, but
he in TNA now. He working his way back to the Fed. He working his way.
Yeah, he's in TNA, you know what I'm saying? But but for the most part, Jeff Hardy was that bull. He's my number 3.
Okay. Well, my number 3, he was already named, but I had to put him number 3. And the reason why I had to put him number 3 is because of his evolution and where he is now sitting at the pinnacle of wrestling. I gave it to Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I think the game deserves top. Earlier, he was higher. I think he deserves top 3 only because he has now done the greatest feat of wrestling. He's basically the owner of wrestler, you know. He creates the storylines helps create the storylines that we love and we love growing up. You know, we got the Test, Triple H, we got that beef, we got the Stephanie McMahon, we got the Vince McMahon, we got the
Croc,
we got
the Croc,
we got the Sledgehammer. He was the one who made the Sledgehammer era.
That Undertaker match.
You know, so yeah, I gotta give it to Triple H. He became my number 3 because of just watching his growth and to see the man he is now, to take what he loved doing so well and to bring it back to the fans and keep doing what he do every year and expanding it. Top 3 wrestler of all time, Hall of Famer, 2025.
I want to start my top 3 off with a quick of who's not in my top 3. This might be the most controversial part. The Rock, The Undertaker, pretty much all those high-powered people y'all just named. I mean, I'll just name them now. My number 3, my third man right now, and I know he's not on either one of your lists, but I followed him always since Ring of Honor up to this point. He has all the tools, even though he's a little bit slower now because he's old. But my number 3 is Phillip Brooks, aka CM Punk. There we go.
Okay.
I've been a fan of his since the beginning, and you already know. When we went to WrestleMania last year, I was like, I'm coming here for one reason only. All right, that's all I gotta say. Punk. Everybody that know me know that's my guy. So
before I mention my number 2, I'm gonna mention a couple honorable mentions.
Yep.
Rowdy Piper. That was one of my honorable mentions. I love me some Rowdy, man, because he be calm the next minute, and then he be in your face. What are you talking like? Oh, I love that aura, that energy he gave off. My number 2, Stone Cold. Again, you know what I'm saying? I'm attitude era. Stone Cold, when he first came out as Stunning Steve Austin, again, he had the hair, the little twist, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't feeling him. But then King of the Ring, he changed. He changed. And he went
Austin
from
316
Austin 316 to the iconic what? What?
That's still done to this day.
I'll be doing that to my little brother. Like, I'll be what?
And you say that,
like,
I absolutely hate that shit, but
what are
I
you
get what
doing?
you said.
Like, what are you doing?
Right.
I'll be like, what? He'd be like, you're stupid. But yeah, Stone Cold, he gave you, he was the anti-hero. Because he wasn't a bad guy, but he wasn't a good guy. You know what I mean? Like, you thought of Stone Cold, you know what I'm saying? Just your average beer chugging redneck who loves
the perfect tweener. He was the perfect tweener, good and bad.
Exactly.
She did, but go ahead, finish. She out of here.
Right.
Okay, there we go.
All right, we got you. Thank you.
All right.
We about to breeze through this. We really about to breeze through this now. Number. It's you, Ebony. It's you.
Oh, so my number 2, ironically, is the same. The Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And I already know who your number 1 is.
I had to put him up there. You already know who my number 1 is.
Right.
But
I know.
I had to put him up there. The greatest to ever do it. What? Beers. Up until his recent, car crash at WrestleMania. Other than that, I gotta put him, he is a pinnacle part of the Attitude Era. And I put him at number 2. So, yep, my number 2.
All right, my number two, short and sweet. He's pretty much one of the greatest to me. And his record speaks for itself. Mr. WrestleMania himself. Michael Sean Hickenbottom, aka Shawn Michaels. HBK. That's my number 2.
HBK. All right, so yeah. All right. So
you already spoke on him earlier, so I don't need to repeat that. And real quick, let me skip the line because y'all already named my number 1. And I ain't going to wait drama. My number 1 is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Always will be.
I said our top 3 was going to intertwine.
I didn't know y'all was thinking, because y'all had already named Shawn Michaels early. And the whole time you was talking about Shawn Michaels, I was like, we need a show where it's just me and I debate you, because I will crush you. The way you talk about Shawn Michaels right there. But we don't have enough show left. That's just what it is. He's definitely coming back. If I gotta put him on some type of stipend payroll, he will be there. He will be there to get his internet right. But that's that. And my list is complete. Whoever's I guess Skids, you would be next because it was the order.
I feel as though we both got the same number 1. You know what I mean?
You?
Yeah. Y'all two got the same number 1.
Okay.
Dwayne Johnson.
I bought his book. You know what I'm saying? I had posters. You know what I'm saying? I was smelling what he was cooking when he was Dwayne Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like, the
greatest inner.
Y'all can speak together. Y'all can speak.
Do you know how many years me and my cousins was going around the house like, what did you just say? What did you? It doesn't matter what you did.
I got it.
Years.
And then I know he put him on the list, but he
my thing is, y'all froze. Everybody froze. Oh, the reason why The Rock isn't on my list. Because even though you can use the same argument, you can use this argument against me because of my number 1. But he wrestled longer than The Rock. Stone Cold wrestled longer than The Rock. The Rock prime years was like 4. He had like 4 prime years. It's so hard for me to exclude him from my list. But when I look at to me, wrestlers that mean something to me, I can't move none of my 10. So
no, I dig it. But yeah, man, oh my goodness, the way he be like mimicking people, yo, like And I gotta talk
that
like
rock was
this. And
Like,
it means
that rock was
absolutely
perfect.
nothing.
And I sound dumb. They hate to see him coming. That $5
man.
Or I gotta, or what do you do? Or I gotta fight Kurt Angle, which means I gotta drink a glass of milk and eat my vitamins.
Or when he told, I just saw a clip that day when he was like, Kurt Angle, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes and think. You in the wrestling. You putting the Rock in the Angle Slam 1. You putting the Rock in another Angle Slam 2. You got him in the ankle lock. You're winning. You won. Now open your eyes. It's a dream.
It's a dream.
Yo, y'all having one big Dwayne Johnson circle jerk on this plunge.
When no, because I'm about to bring another moment up. When Stone Cold and The Rock was in the ring, the later years, when he was like, when Stone Cold was doing his stuff, doing the Rock stuff, and he was like, I don't, what? I don't do your thing. What?
All right. Are we good? One more. Okay. In closing,
Dear God, in closing, it's Billy.
Obviously, my number one is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Outside of, what we already talked about, the wrestling career is a match. Again, similar to Triple H, you have a certain type of wrestler that does so good that you got to put them on, the payroll so that way you can keep it. He made WrestleMania, which is last year was 40. WrestleMania 40, probably one of the best rated in like 20 years.
Ever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be no SmackDown without him.
Yeah, he created he would be on SmackDown. He created a lot of these roles and identities, like you mentioned earlier, bro, about the 5 things a wrestler's supposed to have. The Rock is all of those, and every time he comes back, he's all of those. So we can count on him to always be the wrestler we know outside his movie career. But for me, and obviously for Skitty, the best wrestler of all time is Dwayne, the people's eyebrow, the people's champ, The Rock Johnson. Do you smell what The Rock?
Look at the tongue. Look at the tongue. Look at the tongue.
Level Up Lounge is.
All right. This is how we're gonna end with the Rock circle. So we appreciate y'all watching this special drop of the Level Up Lounge. This is our top 10. We'll be doing more of these sporadically and periodically. Whatever you want to add in there. For rainy days, Skitty 80613. I am one of your hosts, Bruce McFly. We'll catch you next time. Peace.